Hello, everybody. My name is John Samuel, and I work for Workspot. Workspot does cloud desktops in Azure and Google Cloud Platform. So this is a cloud desktop I have here. It's got a green tent, and this cloud desktop is in North Europe, which is an Azure region in Ireland. So this machine is about 400 miles or so from me. I'm based down near Winchester in England. And if I hover over the connection speed, as you can see here, I'm getting a 21 milliseconds latency, which is cool. That's absolutely fine. So if I minimize this absolutely down there, I can then come back to the cloud desktop. And there's my cloud desktop, so I can disconnect and etc. Standard Workspot cloud desktop behavior. My physical machine has got this red swirly background on it. Okay, if I make this back on here. So one of the things that I get asked a lot of questions about is where do the files go? So if you've got a cloud desktop, where do I put my files? Do I put them in cloud? Do I keep them on premise? Do they have to be in the same region? Could they be in a different region? Well, with Workspot, we don't really make a difference. We don't really dictate where you need to put your cloud desktops, but we still get asked this question a lot. So I particularly get it a lot in conversations. So I thought I'd show you just how quick it is to have a file, a large file, copied from my cloud desktop to a file share in Azure. Now, if I come over here and start the, I've got on my C drive here, I've got quite a few large files. Here's one that's 1.2 gigabytes in size, and here's one that's nearly 3 gigabytes in size. So really big files. Now, a lot of people use Workspot for CAD applications, Lumions, Autodesk Revit, SolidWorks, Schlumberger Petrel, and some of these project files are really big. So a 1 gigabyte file or 3 gigabyte file isn't actually that big a size. So if I open up the Files Explorer, let me show you on this PC. I've got a file share here. I'll go double click on it. There you go, my Z drive. And this file share is actually all the way over in West US 2. So it's in Washington State. So it's about 6,000 miles away from this cloud desktop. Okay, so looking at the time here, I make it nearly 11 o'clock in the morning. If we actually come over to my my C drive and we say, well, we'll copy this file here, copy. Let's see how long it takes to copy it onto the file share. So right click and paste. And there you go. It's copying. Boom, off it goes really quite quickly. So yeah, wow, 20 seconds it's Windows thinks it's going to take. So looking at my watch, it's about coming up to about 5 seconds now. There you go. It's coming up to about 10 seconds or so. And it's coming up to about 15 seconds, and boom, there you go. It's finished copying. So certainly less than 20 seconds, this cloud desktop was able to save this 1 gigabyte file. That's really quick, really. I mean, that would take quite a long time if I was on my physical machine. Now, let me explain why. If I come over to a browser and I go to fast.com. Fast.com is Netflix's speed test, shall we say. I like to use it because it's free of adverts. There's no pop-ups coming in. Now this is showing you the download speed that this cloud desktop's getting at the moment, and it's going to go up to about 200, 250, something in that area. Oh, it's stopped at about 160. That's okay. So that's that. This is time related, so that would have kept on going if Netflix had kept open. But if I open this up here, you can see the upload speed is massively more. It's really good. So that's 800 megabits or so upload. Now, I might be able to get 160 megabits download on my physical broadband. I might be able to get 250 megabits download on my home broadband, but I won't be able to get 900 megabits upload on my home broadband. So if I'm uploading files, it's going to be pretty quick using this cloud desktop, and that would keep on going up and up and up. And if I'm downloading things as well, it's going to be very quick, because that's the sort of speed we see. But uploading, like you saw, because I was saving a file from my C drive to a file share, so that's equivalent to uploading. That's going to take 20 seconds or so. So if I minimize this cloud desktop and I come over to a browser window and I do the same test on my home machine, you'll see that my home machine, I'm going to go to 38 megabits. It was touching 39 there. But if I do show more info, this upload speed is probably going to get to 6 megabits or so. Now I'm sharing this with my son, who's homeschooling at the moment, and my wife, who's a teacher. So she's homeschooling, but in a different way at the moment. So there you go. It's going to eventually sort of settle out at 6 megabits upload, massively less. Okay, let's just remind ourselves of the cloud desktop, 900 megabit upload, and the physical desktop, my home broadband, 6 megabits. Now, most home broadband providers are giving you a good download speed. Mine's only 30 megabits. That's about as good as I get in my area. They're giving you a download speed, but the upload speed is always a fraction of that. That's because they're not expecting you to be choosing home content. Home broadband is pretty much tuned for consumption rather than production, whereas the cloud desktop is almost the reverse in this case. This is a false number here. It's it says 160 megabits. It would have gone up to about 200. And if I'd actually do a refresh, it would probably get to a bigger number. But that's not important. Yeah, being able to pull that down fast, it's still quicker than my physical broadband speed. It's a lot better performance than I'd be able to get. But the upload is where it's really important. So I can let that churn away. We can go over to my files, and we can find a really big one here. Let's get this 1.5 gigabytes in size, and we actually save that to the same location. Boom, and there you go. It's saving. Now this would take, maybe this is going to take, let's take a guess, 30 seconds. 30 seconds or so it's going to save. So I'm saving from my C drive to a file share that's 6,000 miles away from this cloud desktop in 30 seconds. Really good. Now, if this file share was in the same region, it would probably be even quicker, because of course it hasn't got distance to factor in there. There you go. It's pretty much finished. Boom. There you go. It's done. So less than 30 seconds, I was able to save that. That's really quick. So a 3 gigabyte one, minute and 15 seconds, something like that. But if I was to try and save a 1 gigabyte file on my home broadband speed, it's going to take best part of 20 to 30 minutes. A 1.5, it's going to take 30 to 45 minutes. So my productivity, if I was downloading a file, making changes to those files, maybe a project file with CAD pictures in it, if I then went to save that, I've basically got to sit there for the best part of an hour while it saves. That massively reduces my productivity. What if I have to save something 3 or 4 times a day? Well, I might have only made a small change, and then I have to basically wait, half an hour before that's saved, before I can start making other changes. So that's why cloud desktops, leveraging the speed, it got to 190 megabits download that time and 1.1 upload. Wow. That's one of the productivity advantages. So does it make a difference where I put my files? Well, yes, it does. There might be residency reasons why I might have to have things being saved a long way from where my cloud desktop is. Maybe I'm working with a team and we're all sharing the same file server. Maybe could be another reason. It would be good to have it next to the cloud desktop because I'm going to be really quick. But hopefully that shows you still have a C drive with your cloud desktop, obviously. Hopefully that shows you that saving files with cloud desktops is rockingly quick. So hopefully that made sense. I'm going to post this now. If you've got questions, if you'd like to understand more, feel free to reach out to me. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Good to speak to you all, guys. Hope to see you soon. Cheers. Bye bye.